I never have believed it if anybody had said I could love like this. Said, wait, oh yeah. Prince Andre, it's nothing like what I felt before. The whole world is split into for me now. One half is her, and it's all happiness, hope, and light. The other is not her. It's all misery and darkness. Darkness and gloom, Pierre repeated. Oh, yes, I know all about that. I can't help loving the light. It's not my fault, and I'm so happy. Do you know what I mean? I know you're pleased for me. Yes, I'm. Pierre agreed, and as he watched his friend, his eyes beamer with sweet sadness. The brighter Prince Andre's fate became the gloomier is his own seemed to be. If Prince Andre was to marry, he would need his father's consent. The next day he set off to see him. The old prince received his son's announcement with a slow show of outward equanimity, which masked hidden fury. He couldn't under the underworld equanimity, which masked hidden fury. He couldn't he couldn't understand how anyone could want to outlive his way of life by introducing invitations. When his life was drawing to its close, if they would only let me live my life out in my own way and then do what they want. Let me live my life out in my own way and then do what they want. The old man said to
Hi,
him,
editors.
Hi. Start then.
Announcement?
No, I didn't.
Which part?
Nothing.
Keep reading.
Okay. Wait. Then do what they want. The old let me live my life out in my own way and then do what they want. The old man said to himself, dealing with his son. However, he employed the kind of diplomacy that he reserved for special occasions. Adopting a calm tone, he discussed with the whole matter. Social first, the marriage was not brilliant one in terms of birth, fortune, or social standing. Second, Prince Andre was not in the first flush of youth. His great health was not good. The old man set great store by this, and the girl was very young, so there was his son. It would be a pity to entrust him to the slip of a girl. Fourth and last, said the father to his son with a mocking glance, I appeal you. Put it all off for a year. Go abroad and see to your house. Find a German tutor for Prince Nikolai. You've been wanting to do that, and then if your love, passion, determination, whatever you want to call it, still matters to you, then get married. And that's my last word on the subject. My very last word. The prince concluded, his tone clearly indicating that nothing was going on to change his mind. Prince Andrei could see the old man he was hoping that either Andrei's feelings or those of his fiancée would fail the test of a year's delay, or that he, the old prince, would be dead by the end of it, and he decided to fall in with his father's wish. He would make a proposal and postpone the wedding for a year. 3 weeks after his last evening to the Rostovs, Prince Andrei returned to Petersburg. After the conversation with her mother, Natasha spent the whole of the next day waiting for Bolkonsky, but he didn't come. A second and a third day came, and he went, still no visit. Pierre stayed away too, and Natasha, unaware that Prince Andrei had gone off to see his father, didn't know what to make of his absence. 3 weeks went by like this. Natasha refused to go out. She walked the house like a ghost, a gloomy and listless, weeping in secret at night. And she stopped going to see her mother at bedtime. She was continually blushing and very touchy. She had the impression that her disappointment was an open secret, and they were all laughing at her and feeling sorry for her. For all the intensity of her personal sorrow, it was her pride and made misery even more painful. One day, she came in to see the Countess and started to say something, only to collapse in tears. There were the tears of a child whose feelings have been hurt, and it can't see why it's being punished. The Countess, at what she said to comfort her. At first, Natasha simply listened and listened, but suddenly she interrupted her mother. Please don't, Mama. I've stopped thinking about it, and I don't want to any more. Oh, why did he keep coming here and then suddenly stop? There was a tremor in her voice, and she was on the verge of tears, but she recovered her composure and went on to say, and how I don't want to get married at all, and besides, I'm scared of him. Anyway, I'm completely relaxed about everything. The day after his conversation, Natasha put on one of her old dresses, one she knew she could rely on to feel good in all the morning, and from first thing she resumed her only way of life, which had been abandoned since the ball. After morning tea, she went out into the big hall, which she particularly liked of its strong reason and did her singing practice, singing scales. When she had finished the first exercise, she stood still in the middle of the hall and repeated one snatch of melody that particularly appealed to her. She listened enraptured as if for the first time by charm, for the notes as they swirled out to fill the vast spaces of the great room before slowly dying away. Suddenly she was happy again. Why should I bother about all that? I'm all right as I am, she told herself, and began walking up and down the room, not putting her feet down straight to the echoing parquet, but doing a heel and toe at each step. She was wearing new shoes that she really liked, and listening as her heels clicked and her toes scraptily, rhythmically, which was just as nice as listening to the sound of her voice. She glanced into a large mirror as she passed. Yes, that's me, her expression seemed to say when she caught sight of herself. Very nice too. I don't need anybody else.